A Maritime sports, we breaking the heat. Sean on the mic, pulling grails from the street. Crosby, Mick, David, Bedard on the rise. Great White North, where the legends collide. Packs get cracked, it's a heat wave storm. Young guns fire, rookie cards get born. Connor on the ice, Bedard in the zone. Crosby on the boards, man, the game's full grown. East Coast pride, where the ice runs deep. Maritime grind, where the great ones sleep. Pulling hits, stacking slabs, never losing the flame. Maritime sports, remember the name. Back to the breaks, adrenaline high. Silver foils flashing, grails passing by. From Halifax rinks to the big league lights, we chase cardboard dreams on those Saturday nights. Mick, David, Speed, Bedard on the glide. Sid the Kid's legacy, coast to coast pride. Pull a one-on-one hit, crowd roars insane. Maritime sports, engrave the name.
Hello and welcome to Maritime Sports Cards. This is break number 166. Got a big break here tonight. 6 boxes, including the brand new 24-25 Ultimate. Super pumped, super excited for that. Do still have a couple of spots here left that are up for grabs. I think we've got 4 or 5 spots left. Hope we'll get those sold in the next few minutes. And then, of course, we'll get started with today's break. Did put a little poll up there for you today, wondering which of the young guns are you going to be chasing, or do you think you're going to be one of the top valued young guns in the upcoming Series 1 releasing next week? A little curious on that one. We've got Snuggerud, Levshinov, Leonard, and Perek, I think, are the 4 choices I put up there. So a little bit curious on your take. I got my opinion. I'll share those with you later in today's broadcast. If you are watching here live, do say hello in chat. It's always nice to see who is following along, watching the break live. So we are just a couple minutes ahead of time here. I just wanted to give an opportunity to sell these last couple of spots before we can get started. And just double checking, we have 5 spots here to sell. I'm hoping we'll get those off real soon. Did have somebody send me a message about an EFT that I'm waiting to come through, so if that comes through, that'll take some of those spots off the block. Just haven't received the payment yet. So what are everyone's big plans for Thanksgiving weekend? A little bit curious on what you're doing. You got family coming over? You traveling? Are you just staying at home? You watching football? Obviously some hockey. Hey Brian, good to see you. Just got back from Toronto myself, was there for a business trip. Of course, that's why we couldn't do the break last night. I didn't get in until a little bit late, and was a little worried that I would not get here in time for the break, which would have been the case. I got in on time to maybe squeak it out, but I didn't want to risk it, so it worked out well that we pushed it till tonight. So a few more people joining us, watching live. Thanks for joining. We do have a couple spots here that are just trying to sell before we can get started. So if you're interested in an extra spot, or you don't have a spot and you're watching here live, feel free to go to maritimesportscards.com and grab a spot for tonight's break. Trying to put this Connor Bedard card underneath the card cam. If you watch my most recent YouTube video that I put out on card grading, I kind of walked through, what card grading is, what to look for, showed under a microscope what some of the damages or defects look like that they're looking for, and went through some of my Bedard cards, and I am actually going to submit this one. I'm hopeful for a 10. We'll see how it goes. When I get it back, I'll certainly review it here on the channel, let you know how my assessment worked out on that one. Just got back from Vienna. Oh, wow. Okay. So definitely looking to get some rest, I'm sure. Isn't that always the case? You go on vacation and they need a vacation from the vacation. If you are just joining us, we do have a couple spots here that we are trying to get sold just before we can get started. So if you're interested in a spot, head over to maritimesportscards.com and grab a spot, get involved. Of course, we do have another sports card show coming up a week tomorrow. So Saturday, October 18th. That's here in Moncton. If you're in the Maritimes area, it is definitely a show worth checking out. I do think that the vendors are of super good quality. Good wide range of things that you can purchase from all different sports and non-sports. But primarily, this is a hockey card show, which is awesome because in Moncton here, we have another show that goes on that is primarily Pokemon. And so this is nice to have a show that's primarily hockey. Not to say there's not any Pokemon at this particular Hub City Card Show. There is, but it is by far the minority. Hockey is where it's at. So that's kind of cool. If you're in the area, do come stop in and say hello to me. I will have a booth set up. And I'd love to see you. I'd love to put faces to names. So pop in. Yes, Dante, with your card. I believe... Did I mail those out? Hang on. Just double checking here. Because the ones from the last break I did not put in the mail because the strike happened. And what I don't want is these sitting in a mailbox. Yeah, Dante, I've got your card sitting right here. So apparently they are now doing a rotating strike. So some of the mail is going to start to get through. So I will pop this in the mail tomorrow, and hopefully that will get to you soon. So apologies to anyone that hasn't got the cards from the last break. I can't control Canada Post, unfortunately. But I didn't want to risk having them just sitting in a mailbox with no one picking them up. And, the moisture from the atmosphere and stuff getting into the packages and potentially wrecking cards. And I just didn't want to leave it there. So I will get those in the mail tomorrow. Canada Post is... apparently starting to deliver mail or picking up as of Saturday is what I heard. Or Saturday they're going to start the process of these rotating strikes. So they're going to be semi-working. I do see quite a few people here watching live. That's awesome. If you're just joining us, we do have a couple spots here that we're trying to sell before we can get started. If you're interested in a spot or another spot, do head over to maritimesportscards.com and grab one of those. And if you are watching live, say hi in chat. It's nice to see who's here. I said I did get a message from a guy here. He's looking to potentially grab 3 of those spots. I'm just waiting for that to come through. So we may only be down to just 2 spots here. Just double checking to see if his payment has come through. His payment just came through. Thank you, Brent, if you're watching. So we're down to 2 spots. 2 spots left here to fill the break, and then we'll get started here. Hey, Phil, nice to see you. Do you have a number of new people that are breaking with us here tonight? Thank you for finding us. Thank you for checking us out and giving us a try. I think you're going to enjoy the breaks here. Little apology here that we are a little slow getting started. I did not take into account that not only is it a Friday night, not my regular night for breaks, but it's also the Friday of a long weekend. And there may be some people that are not in town, they're traveling. So I didn't account for that. And of course, that may be affecting the last couple of spots here. So hockey season's now started. Series 1's on its way. This is when hockey card collecting really starts taking off for most people anyway. Myself, I'm a year-round kind of guy, but there are plenty of people that they don't get right into it until hockey season starts. Curious, what are your thoughts on that? Obviously, a number of you are in my breaks every week, which is awesome. So clearly you're very excited about hockey cards at all times. But are some of you tied to a season? Do you wait for the NHL season and then you kind of start getting back into it? Curious. Okay, as I said, down to 2 spots left here. Getting close. Big thank you to Brent. New breaker with us. I don't recognize the name, so thank you, Brent, for grabbing those 3 spots. That gets us much, much closer. And as I was saying a little bit earlier, I'll put it back up on the screen. We do have a card show coming up 1 week tomorrow here in the local Moncton area. Hopefully we'll see some of you there. I do have a lot of product that I'll be bringing, including hobby boxes. I'm going to start selling hobby boxes at the shows. And my thoughts are to try to sell them at a reasonable price, something that you can pick up and maybe rip a bit. I've got some blasters as well. So if you've been there, then you'll see it. Oh, Sarah says he's going to take both spots. All right, Sarah, send me, I believe you usually send e-transfer, so go ahead and send the transfer there, Serge, and I'll temporarily say that they're not available just until the payment comes through. That way someone doesn't try to grab them on the site at the same time that you're sending an EFT. Okay, so it appears that we are full. I'm just waiting for Serge's payment to come through, and then we will get cracking with tonight's break. Do appreciate that, Serge. Okay, sorry there, guys. We're almost ready to go. Just got the payment. Thank you, Serge. And we are ready to rock. All right, so let me get over to our randomizer. We can get cracking here. Okay, so the way our breaks work, we do have the list of teams on the left, list of participants on the right-hand side, and I will randomize each list 3 times. That'll pair you up with the team that you're assigned for tonight. And then we'll take a couple of quick minutes here for some potential trades, and I mean quick because we're running a little bit late. And then I'll put it up in graphical format, so we'll have it up on a screen where you can see the picture of the NHL logo and your name beside. It's a little easier to read than what's here on the screen. So let's get started here with our randomization. Good luck, everyone. There's 1, 2, and 3 times for our list of teams. And we have 1, 2, and 3 times for our list of participants. So as I said, we'll take a couple of quick minutes here. If anyone wants to do any trades, they can certainly do so. Just got to have both people watching here live on YouTube. You can swap your team for another. Just got to confirm on in the chat. If you are just joining us, say hello in chat. It's nice to see who is following along. And I said we're going to get going with tonight's break. A good one here tonight, I hope. We've got a 24-25 Ultimate Hockey. Of course, that being a huge chase for the NHL Shield cards. And if you haven't heard, there is a 1-of-1 Wayne Gretzky Auto Shield in this year's product. Currently a bounty up already. There's a Canadian company that has offered $225,000 for that card. However, the estimates are that this card could go for as high as $400,000. Unreal. Chance of us having it here tonight, I guess as good as anywhere else. Odds are low, but it's got to go to somebody. Hopefully it's not on EPAC. That would be something. Got a couple of proposed trades here in chat. We've got Winnipeg for Toronto. Islanders are available. As I said, I did not thoroughly think this through when I scheduled tonight's break, it being Friday of a Thanksgiving long weekend. There may be not as many people watching live here tonight as normal, and so for the trades, that might be a little bit more challenging. But here we are. We got the break. We're filled. We're going. Next week, we'll be back to our regular Thursday, and next week is the release of Series 1. So we're doing a case break next week. And in fact, I'm going to put that up on the site now while we're waiting to see if there's any trades. I'm just going to give this another 2 minutes, then we're going to get started. Okay, so that is up on the website now if you're interested in the case break next week. I don't think you'll find a cheaper case break. At least I don't think you'll find a cheaper case break in Canada. At $70 for one spot. If you buy 3 or more spots, they're $65 a piece. All of the breaks that I've seen at any of the hobby shops across Canada are all $70, $75 plus per spot without a break for multiples. So if you're looking to get in on a case break, I think that's going to be a really good value, and hopefully we'll land some of these young guns that we have listed up in our poll for tonight. The poll, of course, who do we think after Demidov? Who do we think will be the most promising young guns in terms of hobby love? Are we going to see Leonard, Perek, Snuggerud, perhaps, Levshinov? I think those are probably going to be the top ones. Hard to say, though. The hobby does what the hobby does. Okay, it does not look like we've got any trades materializing, so give me 2 quick seconds. I'm going to put this up in graphic format, and we'll get started with today's break. All right. Just about there. All right, so there we go. We got our teams up on the screen in graphic format. Again, take a couple quick seconds here to take a look at which team you've got. We'll fire that up in the upper right-hand corner and get ripping. Okay, so like I said, tonight, 6-box break. We do have 2425 SP Authentic. This is, of course, home of the Future Watch Auto patch as well. Of course, looking for that man right there, Macklin Celebrini. Michkov as well, Lane Hudson. Some really good potential out of here. We've got the brand new 2425 Ultimate, home of the NHL Shield. That's the big chase here, the cards with the NHL Shield. Although are seeing a lot of nice auto and patch cards in Ultimate this year. A premium product that I put right up there in terms of, you know, quality of the cards, feel of the cards, right up there with the Cup. I'd say Premier, Ultimate, and the Cup are my top 3 in terms of value and kind of just quality and feel of the cards. We've got 2425 Series 2, and we've got 2425 Extended. So why don't we get started with Series 2? Start there. See if we can find us some Celebrini. Good luck, everyone. So, of course, Series 2 being flagship, we're going to have 3 inserts in each pack. The rest being base cards. If you are brand new to our breaks, we do not ship out base cards. They're too heavy for what they are. They're just not worth enough. You know, we would have to charge a lot more for shipping, and that doesn't make sense. So we give the base cards away to local kids. In fact, there is a hockey tournament here in town that I plan to make my way over to tomorrow. With a whole bunch of sets of base cards, and hopefully that'll put a smile on some kids' faces tomorrow. All right, so we have our first insert there. Daryl Sittler on the canvas. There we go. Toronto Maple Leaf, legend. And in behind that, we have a Young Guns renewed of Teravainen and a Cal McCarr portrait. Another canvas there. Jukka-Pekka Luukkonen on tour with the Montreal Canadiens. And a Electricity of Delane. Should be seeing 6 Young Guns on average per box, and hopefully we'll hit a decent one here or there. We got Logan Stankov in there, our first Young Gun coming up, and it is Steinberg. We get that one sleeved up, and we have Jordan Binnington on the Ooh La La. Be interesting to see who ends up ultimately being the starter for Team Canada in the Olympics. It's the area that I am most nervous about for Team Canada. Hey, oh, we got a pop. A 1,000 of AM34 Austin Matthews. Nice hit there for Toronto. We got John Carlson on the Dazzler and a renewed Young Gun of Jack Hughes. Get that pop 1,000 sleeved up. Definitely take that one. So how many of you were wrapped up with the Jays game on the weekend? Or not the weekend, sorry, last week. It feels like the weekend because I was away traveling. All right, so we've got our next Young Gun here. Jackson Blake. And then behind that, we've got an Ooh La La of Charlie Lindgren. So last week, as I said, I was in Toronto on business, and I had the opportunity to get to the home opener of the Leafs versus the Habs. Fun game. It was definitely a fun game to be at. It was a strange game to be at because, of course, the Jays were playing the Yankees. And that was on Wednesday night. Of course, that's the night the Jays won. And the rink was weird. So many people were staring at their phones watching the Jays game live. The rink had an eerie quietness to it. And I will admit that the Toronto rink is a little bit quiet sometimes on the best of days. But this was strange. I'll tell you more in just a moment. We got on a heater here of Malkin. In behind that, we have a teammates. We do have a teammates there of Lane Hudson and Logan Mailloux. We have an Ooh La La there of Grubauer. So there was a point in the game when really there was a nothing play happening at center ice. Nothing of any significance. And then they flashed that the Jays went up 4-1 on the Jumbotron. And the entire rink went absolutely mad. Absolute nuts. And every single player on the ice was like, what the heck's going on? They're all looking around trying to figure out what's everyone cheering about. So that was strange. And then into the third period, they actually put the Jays game up on the Jumbotron during the hockey game. So like I said, it was a strange experience. Okay, we got a fluorescence here. That one for Anaheim. We've got Zellweger. On tour Speckle version there of the Toronto Maple Leafs. Of course, Mitch Marner no longer there, but there's Matthews and Marner. And an Electricity of Robert Collis. Yeah, Phil, there's no definite... it is definitely a corporate crowd for sure. Eric Carlson there on the canvas. Young Guns renewed of Cale Makar. We got a couple really nice Young Guns renewed so far with Hughes and Makar. Car there on the portrait. I am not a Habs fan. They are my nemesis, but hats off to them. They have got some seriously hardcore fans. If anyone's ever been to the Bell Center to watch a game, they know how to have a good time. They really do. It's an experience. If you're not a Habs fan, you should still go. Go watch a game there. It's an incredible environment. Okay, another Young Gun here. This time, Andre Lee. Connor McDavid on the playlist. And some more base. So for all you Habs fans, kudos to you. You guys know how to bring it when you go to the rink. Okay, we are another canvas there. Wyatt Johnson. Connor McDavid on the portrait, and an electricity there of, is that McCann? Yeah, it is Jared McCann. 2 packs left here in our first box. Tonight's break. Oh, we got a Dazzler. Not Dazzler, sorry. An Outburst, Silver Outburst. Oh, it's a checklist Silver Outburst of Aho and Brady Tkachuk. That's kind of cool. And we got a regular Young Gun right in behind here of Connor Geekie. Decent name there to get. And a welcome aboard of Will Smith. Got 1 pack left here. And we have 5 Young Guns, so hopefully there should be a Young Gun in there. Because the teammates does count as a Young Gun. Which we have talked about on the channel here before. I do think that the teammates is better than having a no-name Young Gun that probably will never, play more than 1 game in the NHL. I'd rather have the teammate card. Okay, we got a Kucherov on the playlist, and our last Young Gun, Prishpapov. No Celebrini Young Gun tonight. We did get a nice Pop 1000 card there. Austin Matthews. And a couple of decent Young Guns. Oops, jeez, banged the camera there. Jackson Blake is pretty promising. Connor Geekie as well. Andre Lee, not a bad one. And of course the teammates there. So overall, a decent box. All right, let's get into box number 2. If you are watching here live, do remember that we have giveaways throughout the night with no purchase necessary. Just got to be watching. And at the time of the giveaway, if you're watching, you can enter into the draw for a giveaway. Which I do just have to make sure that's up and running. Not going to do the draw yet. Just want to make sure everything's working properly here. There we go. Perfect. All right, getting into extended. This is where the Alex Ovechkin autographed cards. He has 8 autographed cards that are available in extended. Those are signed the night he broke, Wayne Gretzky's rookie for most goals. A number of them have been found. I know of at least 4 that have been found. As far as I know, the 8 of 8 has not been found. It actually signed Great 8 on it. That would be a pretty cool card to land. Take some of these down. So if you are watching here live, who is your team? Who do you cheer for? And how do you find the atmosphere at your local rink? So if you're a Calgary Flames fan, for example, how do you find the atmosphere on most nights? Okay, we've got a rookie reflections, Brendan Brisson. Got our first Young Gun here, Isaiah George. And then in that, a pros and prospects of Lafreniere. Been to a number of rinks across Canada, and I've had mixed opinions of those different rinks. I have been to Calgary. While it is getting, it is still very dated. Of course, they're getting a new rink. Currently under construction, so it'll be exciting to see that. But the old rink, I mean, pretty cool when they score a goal and they got that giant fireball that comes flying out and singe your eyebrows. Okay, we've got future impact here of Will Smith. These are nice cards. I do like the inserts for extended. Probably the best extended inserts in a really long time. We got the Beehive, of course, here. Sebastian Casa. He's a guy to look out for, potential goalie for Team Canada down the road. He's got a lot of potential. And we got a Young Gun canvas there of Chase Bradley. Of course, in extended, we're going to get a combination, 6 cards total, 3 potential Young Guns, 3 draft day cards is the typical mix. However, you can get a variation of that. Okay, we got a Rookie Reflections there, Zellweger. This is pretty cool inserts. Here's one of those draft day cards, Svechkov. We got a silver outburst of Nick Suzuki in the All-Star uniform. We're also just a few short weeks away from the Toronto Expo, largest hockey card show on the planet. Notice I did not say largest card show. The National would probably be the largest card show down in the States. However, very little hockey can be found at that. Whereas the the Expo in Toronto, by far the biggest hockey card show in the world. Here we got Silver Skates, Mark Stone. We have an Oracles of Nick Suzuki. And a Pros and Prospects there, Dylan Larkin. Whoa, we got a Young Guns Deluxe there of Matejchuk. Can't go wrong with that. We got a 145 out of 250. So Matejchuk on the Young Guns Deluxe, and another Young Gun right behind that, Helga Grans. And Elaine Hudson Encore. What a pack. What a pack. Let's get that one sleeved up. Beauty hit there. So far we've got one Young Gun, because I don't think the Deluxe counts. I know the Canvas doesn't. So sorry, we have two. And we have a Cutter Gauthier. Silver Skates there. There's a Genabad and a Canvas of Lindholm. Got a clear cut. Not a Young Gun. The Young Gun's in behind, but a clear cut there of Victor Hedman. We do have a Young Guns in behind that. Owen Pickering. And then a Bischel on the Encore. So there's our three Young Guns. Okay, we have a Lane Hudson on the triple dimensions card. We got Silver Skates there, Rupe Hintz. And in behind that, a Canvas of Shesterkin. That's a pretty cool shot. Of course, coming up, we've got Ultimate as well as an SB Authentic to rip. Ooh, whoa! Alex DeBrincat, we got a red outburst, numbered. It's a red number, so give me a second here on camera. I'm going to say that says 16 out of 25. 16 out of 25 on the red outburst there. And then we got a Will Smith draft day card. And a Macklin Celebrini Beehive. My goodness, what a pack. This box has been on fire. Little slit there. The Brincat Red Outburst short print. Oh boy, where do we... I'll put this one in here. Great hit there. Silver Skates there. Svechkov, Encore, Stamkos. Wonder if he'll have a bounce back season. I hope so. Brant Clark there on the Kings. 2 packs left. Oh, we got a gold beehive coming up. Gold beehive of Cutter Gauthier. Another nice hit. And behind that, got Maverick Bork on the draft day. And we got a Zegras on the Dazzler. So the gold beehive is a much rarer version, of course, than the regular beehives, which we did see earlier of Macklin Celebrini. So that's your standard beehive. And then you got the gold, which are a much shorter print run. And there it is there. It says gold on the bottom. What a box so far. 1 pack left. Future Impact. Philip Forsberg. Orem. Oracles, not Orem. Alex Ovechkin and a beehive there of Philip Forsberg. That was one heck of an extended box. We ended up with 1 deluxe Young Gun. We had a red short print out of 25. Red Outburst of DeBrincat. Got a canvas Young Gun. Got a clear cut there of Hedman. Nice inserts. A bunch of Celebrini and Hudson inserts as well. Of course, those are some of the hot rookies. Always nice to get those names when you get an insert. All right, you guys are being a little quiet tonight. You're freaking me out. I know it is Thanksgiving weekend. It's a Friday of a long weekend. I do appreciate everyone that showed up here tonight to watch live. I am not on my normal night either. Normally it's on a Thursday, so we don't have our regulars on the Thursday night. But I couldn't just do the break last night. I just got in late from some business travel, so apologies there, but such is life. All right, before we do a opening here of Ultimate, let's do a giveaway. So the way that this works is you just have to do ! join in chat. And oddly enough, we did get a lot of Will Smith cards tonight, but I thought tonight I'd do a Will Smith giveaway. So we got a Will Smith, welcome on board. We have a Will Smith Pros and Prospects. We have a Dazzler of his. And lastly, we've got his marquee rookie from Platinum. So in order to win this, you just got to do ! join, put that into chat. No purchase necessary, just got to be watching here live on YouTube. Anyone watching is eligible to win. And if you're not participating in the break, we'll still send that out to you. I just need to get your address from you. So good luck everyone on that one. Odds are good tonight too. Not as many people watching live. Like I said, it is Thanksgiving long weekend, so understandably less people here watching live tonight. Normally we'd have about 25, 30 people in a draw. Tonight looks like we're going to have about 10. All right, just give that about another 30 seconds for any entries if you're watching live to enter to win the Will Smith prize pack. Just do ! join. Steven, I think you put a space in between the joins, so it probably didn't enter you. You might want to try that one again. So ! join all together, no spaces. Okay. Just wait for Steven to fix that so he can get entered. There we go. Perfect. Awesome. All right. Let's do our draw. All right. And our winner is Dante. Congratulations, Dante, on your Will Smith prize pack. So I thought we'd open up a box of Ultimate, seeing how we've got 3 boxes of Ultimate, 1 box of SP Authentic. We'll open 1 Ultimate, maybe do SP, and then finish off with our last 2. And here we go. Ultimate Hockey. This product, if you've not yet seen it for this year, I think much better than last year in terms of potential hits. Although this has always been a pretty big boom or bust product, meaning you're either going to get some really, really great cards or you're not. You're going to end up with not great value in a box, or you're going to hit the moon. There is only one pack in the box and you get 4 cards, although I have seen some packs being opened with 5 cards in them, so it is a possibility. I don't believe they even guarantee an auto. It just does say on the odds something like autograph, memorabilia, or premium something, or 3 to 1. So you're going to get some of them, but it doesn't necessarily guarantee an auto, which is interesting. Although I have been seeing some pretty decent packs being opened. I've also seen a few duds, which is always a good possibility. But as we were saying earlier in the show, I mean, this is where the home of the NHL Shield cards. I mean, this is the product to find them. Although you can find some in other products as well. This is the Chase ones, and those are high end. I mean, there is a Gretzky 101 that is potentially going to go. Well, actually, it will go for more because there's already a bounty. There's a sports card shop in Toronto that has put a bounty of $225,000 on that card. So if anyone finds that card, they will buy it from you for $225,000. Although the estimates are that it's going to go for as high as $400,000. So let's see what we can find. I'll do my best to open this sideways, and then I'll put the decoys here, the blanks, over top so that we can slow roll our cards. Well, I don't see them either, but we keep them on camera. Got a couple of thick cards. That's always a nice sign, because we're looking for patch cards. Memorabilia cards as well. Of course, those would tend to be the thicker cards. And we will start here with the card on the top. All right, we have Frank. Was it Frank Nazar? It is Frank Nazar. Chicago Blackhawks. There's our base card. Beautiful looking cards, by the way. Sometimes on camera, it doesn't really do it justice, but it's got a nice silky smooth, I believe it's an acetate finish. They're just definitely high-end quality feeling cards. These are base cards, and by the way, anytime that we rip a premium product that only has like 4 cards or 5, 6 cards in a pack, I do send those base cards out. So this base card is going out to whoever has Chicago. So it's an ultimate introductions card. Let's go with the second card, and then we'll do the back. We'll do the back after that. Okay, here we have Zach Ostapchuk. Another ultimate introductions. So pardon me, that was not a base card. The first one was not a base card. Ultimate introductions of Nazar. That is one of the inserts. Okay, let's go. We'll go from the back. This one's a little bit thicker card. This is from Utah. Oh, we have 2 players here, so it could be one of the teammates cards. It is an Ultimates, yes, one of the teammate cards. So we have a dual jersey here, Clayton Keller and Logan Cooley. These are game used hockey memorabilia. That one going out to Utah. So like I said, when you do get your cards here, you'll see what I mean. Those that are getting the ultimate cards, you'll see what I mean by the feel of these cards. They're super high quality, nice cards. Okay, let's go to card number 2 in the pack. Or 3. This will be the third card down, sorry. We got 5 cards. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we got 5 cards. Oh, wait, did we? Yeah, we did. We got 5 cards in this pack. We've got a Maverick Bourque Auto. So we have Ultimate Introductions, Maverick Bourque Auto. Super nice name to hit there. He's one of the top rookies to be looking at. Maverick Bourque. Nice signature too. Nice and crisp. There's no smudges or anything. There's a nice hit. Got 2 Dallas Stars. One card left. Also a thicker card. Ooh, Ultimate Emblems. It looks like it. Is this gold? Might be a gold parallel. Going this way. There we go. Jason Allison. Got a legend. 22 out of 49. An Ultimate Collection. And that looks like that is gold. Usually the Ultimate Collection plate that's in there is silver. This one appears to be gold. I am staring at this through a camera. And I could be wrong, but that appears to be gold. Does that look gold to you guys on screen? Looks gold to me. It did not say anything about gold on the back of the card. A nice hit there, Jason Allison. Let's put that this way. So overall, that was a decent box. We got a couple of Ultimate introductions here. And then in behind, we got the Maverick Bork auto card. And then a Jason Allison, a legend card. And then the dual patch there for the Ultimates, the teammate card. Overall, nice start. Nice start. Just going to grab a couple of sleeves here for these Ultimate introductions. And I think we'll do the box of SB Authentic next. Here we go. SP Authentic. Home of the Future Watch Auto. So that would be the prize card we're after here is the Future Watch Auto. And we're after the true Future Watch Auto, which are the ones numbered out of 999. Okay, so this one we're going to have 9 cards per pack and 10 packs per box. We're going to have 90 cards total. And hopefully, like I said, we'll hit one of those Future Watch Autos. All right, so there's our base cards. And then in the center here, there's our first limited Future Watch. That's out of 990 or out of 99. So Luca Del Bel Blues, 49 out of 99. And we have a collaborations there of Kreider and Zibanejad. We have a limited Future Watch. That's Brendan Brisson. And then the rest of our base cards there. Okay, so here's our base. And our insert. Freshman Focus, Sebastian Casa. Or Cosa. We have a pageantry of Kucherov. And we have a limited future there, Sam Colangelo. Oh, we have a green collaborations. One is Kadri and Zari. So green parallel. And behind that, pageantry of Jake Ottinger. And a Connor Bedard limited. I have a feeling he's going to have a bounce back year this year. Pretty sure he's gonna do okay. Started out pretty good so far. He's a point a game at the moment. I know it's only 1 game in, but he's got 2 points. He looked pretty good as well. Okay, we got a freshman focus there of Zach Dean. Pageantry of Kucherov. And a limited of Jeremy Swayman. Spectrum FX, that's one of the bounty cards, which I'll explain in just a moment. And behind that, collaborations of Kucherov and Point, Tampa Bay. And then we've got Future Watch of Ivan. So these Spectrum FX cards, they do have a scratch code on the back. You go to the Upper Deck Bounty or Google Upper Deck Bounty, and you'll have a way to enter the code that's here. Although I only advise doing that if you plan on getting all of the Spectrum FXs, because you get nothing for entering just one code. You're going to have to find all of the Spectrum FXs to get something. And by now, I would say all of the top chases are probably gone. And double check as well on the site, is there a reward still available? I believe there are. I think anybody that completes all of the Spectrum FXs within a certain time period do get something. It will not necessarily be the top chase, but you'll get something for doing it. So sometimes it's better just to sell the code to somebody who is chasing it rather than if you're just, got one or two codes that you're not going to use. Unless it's a player you really like and you want to keep them. Okay, what do we have here? We've got a maximum performance of Connor Bedard. There we go. And behind that, a pageantry of Coronado. And we have a future watch of Devin Cooley. 4 packs left. Still have not hit an auto and not hit our future watch. We're hoping for. Okay, we do have a red pageantry coming. What's the future icon? A future icon of Brad Lambert. That one being number 208. Yeah, 208 of 399. We have a freshman focus of Ethan Del Mastro. And a red pageantry of Jesper Wallstedt. Oh, and one more card in behind here. Another insert. We have a limited of Nikita Kucherov. 3 packs left. Another Spectrum FX, this time Jack Thompson. And we have freshman focus there of Owen Zellweger. Followed by Kevin Korchinski on the limited. So take the base here off the back. We got a Connor Bedard base card there. And this is like a horizontal. It is a horizontal future watch of Logan Morrison. So there's an auto for us. Number 244 out of 599. We have a horizontal future watch auto. We get that sleeved up here. We got a collaborations in behind that. We get this all sleeved up. Here's our future watch. Okay, and then we've got our Nathan McKinnon and Rantanen, and then a limited future watch of Brad Lambert. Last pack here. Hopefully at least one more auto. Most of these boxes we've been seeing at least 2 autos. All right, so behind Bjorkstrand we have freshman focus of Gonsalves. We have a Jacob Pelche, and that was it. Let's grab those base cards again. And there's only two cards in that pack, although we did have another pack with an extra insert in it, so I guess that's where it went. All right, 24-25 SP Authentic. Ended up with a future watch here, as well as a number of inserts. We went through here, a lot of freshman focus. We did end up with the red pageantry, which is cool. A couple of Spectrum FXs. There's that red pageantry of Jesper Wallstedt. What else do we get? Maximum performance there, Bedard. We got the green collaborations there, the team card. And, oh yeah, that one too. Jeez, why did I not sleeve that one up? The limited gold feature watch of Del Bel Belluz, numbered out of 99. Knew there was at least one other hit in that box. Okay, on to Ultimate. Second box of Ultimate. See if we can pull something big here. Did get that really nice Jason Allison in the last one, as well as the Maverick Bork, the Ultimate Introductions. Two really nice cards out of the last box. We got one thick card in this pack. That's okay. It doesn't mean anything necessarily. Only takes one. All right, our first card. Got a goaltender. And we start out with a short print Ilya Sorokin, numbered 35 out of 35. We got the bookend. Got the bookend. Nice color match, too. These are gorgeous cards. Beauty Sorokin hit there. Going out to the aisles. Let's put this up here. All right, let's go from the back. Our back card is Ultimate Collection number 43. Is that Klapka? We got Adam Klapka, numbered 156 out of 499. Ultimate Rookies, jersey card. Considered having worn by the player. So this is not necessarily a game used. That one just says worn by the player. I always wonder with that. I mean, when they say worn by the player, I imagine, and someday I'll have to confirm this, but I imagine that they get a bunch of these jerseys and say, hey, throw this on. They throw it on, they take it off, and they give it right to the person from Upper Deck. Hey, throw this one on. All right, and they do 5 or 6 of those, and then they can say it was worn by the player. I don't know. It kind of sounds like that's what they do. It's not game used. Maybe practice worn? Not sure. Okay, next card. We have an Ultimate Collection here. Looks like an Anaheim Ducks. Owen Zellweger. An Owen Zellweger auto, number 209 of 299. So the Ultimate Rookies. We will take that. Zellweger, another nice name coming up. Of course, played great with Team Canada and the juniors. Let's put that one right there. And then we have our bottom card. This one's a little bit thicker. And let's see, what direction is this headed? Yeah, it is this way. Looks like we got Utah. We have a Josh Doan, numbered 97 of 99, Ultimate Rookie. And yeah, I swear they're gold this year. I don't think it's necessarily a parallel. I think they just switched to gold. It was silver last year for the plate. And even the, yeah, it's definitely gold because even the number is gold. There we go. 2 autos out of that box. Nice box as well. We got our Josh Doan auto and a Zellweger auto, as well as the Klapka jersey card. Last box here tonight, 24/25 Ultimate. Good luck, everyone. See if we can land a monster. All right. Been doing okay so far. I mean, the boxes have been decent. Looking for that monster hit. Looking for a shield. One thick card there. All right, start with the top card. So an ultimate collection there of Ishikov, numbered 57 of 299. Ultimate rookies. We'll head to the back card here. Just a second. Okay, on the back we've got another ultimate collection there. Justin Brazeau. It's a jersey card, number 118 of 499. Brazeau been starting off pretty good. No idea what what Boston's going to do this year. Seem a little bit confused with their identity at the moment. We'll do the second card down. It's an ultimate collection. So an Ostapchuk auto card there. 29 of 299 ultimate rookies there. Going out to Ottawa Senators, although I don't believe he's with the Senators anymore. I want to say, I think he's with San Jose, is he not? I think he might be in San Jose. And our last card of the night, a little bit thicker card. It does say, oh, it's a Connor Geekie. It is a Connor Geekie patch auto. That's a pretty cool looking patch as well. We got a 3-color. Wow, that's part of, I think, the shoulder patch. It's got some layering to it, so it's definitely a 3-dimensional style patch. Got a nice crisp auto there. Beauty hit for Tampa Bay on that one. And this one does say, worn by the featured player. Nice hit there for Tampa Bay. So one thing I haven't been doing lately is reminding anyone that if you participated in tonight's break and you get a card and you're just like, I don't collect that card or it's not one I'm necessarily interested in, I always do look to buy cards as well. We can work that out in some break credit. So if you have a card that you want to trade to me, just reach out to me and let me know. I'll give you a break credit price and you just let me know if that works for you. If it's a card that I am interested in. If not, then obviously we'll send it your way. You can also, of course, put it up to auction or something like that or on Marketplace. Okay, what do we have going on next week? So let's just talk about that real quick before we head out for tonight. Next week, we do have a case break. Of course, Series 1 dropping on Wednesday. Our break is on Thursday, October 16th. So a case, 12 boxes of the brand new Series 1. That's where Demidov's going to be, Snuggerud, Leonard, Levashov. What else are we going to have? Prek and plenty of other young guns, a new crop coming out. So brand new case. This one's going to be at $70 a spot or $65 for 3 or more spots. I don't think you'll find a better price than that anywhere in Canada. Definitely good value on that one. So hopefully we'll see you at that break. And then, of course, as I said to you before, we do have a card show coming up on Saturday. So we'll have the break on Thursday. Saturday, I'm at a card show here in the Moncton area. If you're local to the Maritimes, make your way over. Say hello to me. It'd be great to see you and say hello. What else do we got here? We have no other announcements. So hopefully we'll see everybody next week. I am going to get this stuff off in the mail. It sounds like Canada Post is going to be back at it. It will be a little bit slower than normal getting to you. Canada Post is still not at full capacity, so I do apologize for that, but I will get the cards out, and hopefully it won't take too long to get to you. I do appreciate everybody taking the time here on a long weekend, Thanksgiving weekend of all weekends, showing up, showing your support, watching the video here live tonight, and participating in the break. Thank you very much again, and hopefully we'll see you next week at our case break. Take care, everyone. Be safe.
Maritime sports, we break in the heat. Sean on the mic, pulling grails from the street. Crosby, Mick, David, Bedard on the rise. Great White North where the legends collide. Packs get cracked, it's a heat wave storm. Young guns fire, rookie cards get born. Connor on the ice, Bedard in the zone. Crosby on the boards, man, the game's full grown. East Coast pride where the ice runs deep. Maritime grind where the great ones sleep. Pulling hits, stacking slabs, never losing the flame. Maritime sports, remember the name. Back to the breaks, adrenaline high. Silver foils flashing, grails passing by. From Halifax rinks to the big league lights, we chase cardboard dreams on those Saturday nights. Mick, David, Speed, Bedard on the glide. Sid the Kid's legacy, coast to coast pride. Pull a one-on-one hit, crowd roars insane. Maritime sports, engrave the name. Crack packs, drop facts. No fakes, all stacks. From the great white north, yeah, we run them tracks. Yeah. Packs get cracked, it's a heat wave storm. Young guns fire, rookie cards get born. Connor on the ice, Bedard in the zone. Crosby on the boards, man, the game's full grown. East Coast pride where the ice runs deep. Maritime grind where the great ones sleep. Pulling hits, stacking slabs, never losing the flame. Maritime sports, remember the name. Back to the breaks, adrenaline high. Silver foils flashing, grails passing by. From Halifax rinks to the big league lights, we chase cardboard dreams on those Saturday nights. Mick, David, Speed, Bedard on the glide. Sid the Kid's legacy, coast to coast pride. Pull a one-on-one hit, crowd roars insane. Maritime sports, engrave the name. Crack packs, drop facts, no fakes, all stacks. From the great white north, yeah, we run them tracks. Crack packs, drop facts, no fakes, all stacks. From the great white north, yeah, we run them tracks.